Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wow, it feels like ages since I was on last, and it was only yesterday. We've got very dull skies, grey clouds. It's calm. There isn't any wind. Looks like potential for rain. So that's the mini weather report. Um, oh, excuse me. Hi, Michaela. And good morning, Kat. Lovely to see you so early this morning. I am at the 8 o'clock this morning because I realised I have something scheduled elsewhere for 8:30. Sometimes these workshops and classes do interrupt my usual flow of doing our daily Lenormand card spread reading. And since I'm shifting to the 8:30, some of those things are going to interrupt occasionally, or whatever, except for Tuesdays and Wednesdays, of course, normally. And unless I've got the cold, which I've still got the tail of, but we're going to keep moving onward. Let's go across to, did I say I'm Ros Boundy Psychic Medium bringing this to you? Anyway, you'll have got the drift by now. Here we go across to the cards. Bring your psychic senses and your spirit guides with you. Now, aren't they gorgeous cards? As per usual, it is Ciro Marchetti's Guild of Breviary Lenormand we're using, the expanded edition. None of the cards that we've got in the spread today are from that section, so let's continue onward. It's lovely to see that we've got card 22, the choices one as our theme. That has the Queen of Diamonds as the corresponding playing card. So that's our theme for the day in that central position. We have in our home space the 12 of birds, and it's the 7 of diamonds being the corresponding playing card for this one. So that's in our home space is the birds. In our workspace, we have card number 5, the tree, and it's got a corresponding 7 of hearts for our playing decks. So there we have the actual spread for today. What I've got with the wisdom card looks extremely short in its saying, I am a work in progress. And it doesn't matter how mature we get, we are still always going to be a work in progress. And I love that owl. I'd actually like to know what sort it is. I'm not sure that it's one of the Australian ones, unless it's a spotted one. It could be, I don't know. Someone out there might know what this one is, but it's beautiful. I am a work in progress. Oh, excuse me, I am going to still have the cough occasionally. Let's zoom into the 3 cards that we're relating to as our reading. This morning I'll take a sip of my coffee. So have a peruse of those. Feel into which one of these 3 cards is what you feel strongly drawn toward. Okay? And that would be more of your theme for your day today as well. But what I start with is that central card as the theme that Spirit's chosen for us. And what we have for today is choices. So somewhere along the line, you're going to be faced with, well, it could be what seems to be a small choice, but it's at least, and whether it's a small or a big choice, it is something that's going to be as different as day and night to choose between. Or that the consequences could be as different as day or night. So what you're needing to do before you get to that point of where the decision really needs to be made, have time to contemplate, to really look at the pros and cons of both choices in a more serious matter. This is one that isn't just a flip of the coin type. Although you may treat it that way, it is going to have the larger consequences later on down the track. So it's like anything that we do, anything that we choose is going to have consequences. It's going to have some form of reaction in the future. So consider as you can most wisely which pathway you're going to take with that choice, whether it is the day or the night, whether it's the more masculine or the feminine energies, because what we need to do is look at it with the combination of the masculine and feminine being balanced until such time as you're going to make that decision. And one way or the other, It's going to be a commitment because you cannot go back. In this one, you are going forward. There isn't any going back. At least I see it that way. So once you've actually shifted up to whichever doorway or window you're going through, take the step knowing that within you've done all you can and with your spirit guides to gain that knowing which choice you've made the right choice, step through with confidence. Okay, that's what the decisions card is, the choices card is. Okay, as our theme, definitely. Oh, excuse me for the coughing, but. And Sandra, you are sounding better. I feel a lot better. It's the tickle of the throat still. It's that cough, the little bit of that, a bit of it's going into the sinus and the head at the moment. So I'm coping with that part of it. I must admit, my cold symptoms tend to be one at a time, stretched along a line. So I do feel better though. It's wonderful to be here and sharing this with you all. And Fiona saying, good morning, Roz Gurley, and all around the globe, good afternoon or good evening. It's lovely to see you here whilst I'm actually doing the live stream. Lovely, thank you, Fiona. If you can't see any of the numbers there, the corresponding, we've got the 2 sevens, the red sevens actually, as far as the corresponding playing cards go. Wonderful, isn't it? And the Queen of Diamonds there. So here we go with our home space and the birds. It is about communication today. So make sure that what you are sharing with your family, that you are also listening. It's not just to come in, give them a mouthful and fly off again like this bird looks like it's about ready to do. Here we have some listen. Here this one in the front looks like it's listening. No, this one here at the back looks like it's listening. This one at the front would seem to be that it's about ready to talk. This one here is being distracted by other things. That reminds me of kids always being distracted when you tried talking to them when they were younger. And, the one that comes in as a quick energy does their interruption and putting opinion in, and off they go again. It is time to really nut it out, though. I mean, we're getting what feels like a more surface, frivolous type of a chatter with this one. I think what you need to do is take the time to take it that step further, because it's that centre of nurture is the home, and it is very important to share what is the more vulnerable aspects of life. And taking it seriously. We've got this serious decision choices, and the thinking about life events before, whatever is happening, thinking about it before we get to this. As far as our choices goes, I think what we need to have is that chatter about it, to have a discussion and a little more in depth, go into that research and depth of knowing what the pros and cons are before flitting off again. Instead of just come in for a feed and take off, really go into the depths of what you're needing to be talking about in your home space today. And it's going to be different for every one of you, of course. So have that in mind, that not just the quick chat, make it a little more in depth. You might feel some vulnerability, but you are in a safe space in your home. Okay? And here we've got Fiona has done the numerology for this now. A day number for the date is 6, and all the cards come forward into a second. So we've started the journey and into that second step, pairing up with each other or with others. We're connecting with others to take the journey together. And Shaz, morning Roz, and everyone. Thank you for that, Sharon. And we've got Gromy. Good morning. I hope you're feeling better. I'm definitely feeling better, TJ. It's lovely to see you here as well. And Fiona's saying good morning to Sharon. So that's good. Thank you so much for those comments and well wishes. And Sandra's put in a bit of an interpretation. Distracted kid. Many these days completely ignore. Yes, gone are the days that children should be seen and not heard. I run around asking them to turn their volume down and use inside voices. Yes. I like how that's displayed it on the screen too there. Yes, I don't have my grandchildren here that often, but it certainly gets to, that's the age I'm thinking of. Certainly gets to the point where you do need to ask for an inside voice, doesn't it? Now here, and Sharon, you're wishing Fiona, hope you are feeling better and high. That's good, thank you. Lovely to have that inside chatter in our stream. Now, with our workspace, what we've got is the tree. Now, the tree is a depth of significance purely because it's not just a tree on a hill. This does have the symbolism included of the Kabbalah, which is the symbol called the Tree of Life, and it's got all aspects of what our life pathway can be within this. And for each and every individual, you would have your own that is yours as an individual as well, the combination of the energies that are in your tree of life. We also have the rainbow that is piercing through it in such a beautiful way, a beautiful rainbow of possibilities and all combinations, aspects, and possibilities that can be created with the rainbow. That spectrum of colour and the energetics of colours, and all of that infused through our symbol of life. And we know how the trees really do have that depth of network and communications around the world, because it is like we have our phone systems, or used to have it as far as landlines and cables and all that sort of stuff. It's as if it's like that, connecting through the earth to each other, and they do communicate. We haven't got the utmost of science equipment to even measure that yet. I don't think we even know the half of what is possible through Mother Earth with what are growing beings. And that's including all the mushrooms. Anything with roots in the soil is capable and does communicate in ways we don't know. So here we have in our workspace that ability to be connected and grounded, very much grounded in what we're doing today, in what we are meant to be doing as per our life plan. So tap into what you feel. If you're working in a space that you really hate and everything, consider shifting your energy and perspective that you are where you're meant to be for the moment, and shift it into something that you can grow into, grow and enjoy into the flourishing tops of this tree, that it is at its fullest in productivity, in whatever is needed to be fully blooming and blossoming and having the, housing birds and nests and whatever other insects and creatures are being sustained from this particular one tree. And this one tree is you and your influence within your workspace. Okay, so be that fruit of the forest and really flourish. Ground yourself today so that you are looking more at the reason why you are where you are, and connecting with it in a way that, yes, there is purpose. Even if it's something you're not feeling totally connected with it, shift your perspective so that you know, well, you are here. You are going to be the best that you can be within the realm of your workspace, in whatever that is. And, really work at it, being you within that space and making the choices that you need to today that really are going to bring forward your intention for your life moving forward. Okay? So that's what I'm getting for those cards today. Oh, excuse me. Now, let me go back. Fiona, you're saying thank you to Shaz Gurley. Yep, get a little better every day. It is. It's taking those steps, isn't it? And self-care. Do remember that. And, hopefully we all improve, don't we? Put that intention there, Fiona. Lovely that you are moving ahead. And Sandra, geomancy, ley lines, roots, branches, and seeds. Nature does incredible connections, don't they? Hey, good morning, Georgie. Lovely to see you popping into here. Thank you with those beautiful emojis. And once again, for the numerology, day number of 6 and our card numbers all combined is a 2 with those gorgeous hearts. So thank you, Fiona. Now, whoops, I think I've hit that again. No, I didn't. Thank you for being here with me. I love and appreciate each and every one of you for popping into these live streams. Certainly, I'd love you to go over to the YouTube channels, the Psychic Roz and the Roz Bounty. Like and subscribe if you so desire. And there is the little bell that you can get fairly reliable notifications through that. If you hit it so you get all notifications, you'll get them in the morning as I come live. So you shouldn't be. I mean, you don't need to miss them. But if you'd like to rely on the Facebook process of notifications, I don't know what it does because I do get them, but I don't know how reliable they are. Certainly, I'll pop that link there up again for the Psychic Online /readings if you're wanting to have a more in-depth and personalised reading. Those are available there. At some point, when I really do get some more time, I will update the website to add all of my different decks. Then you can see what I've got. I just haven't had time to do it. Well, I haven't made time to do that yet. But certainly go and have a look at that because I do have the tea Curiosity tea leaf reading card set that I use that I have fun with. I think that's a wonderful way of doing a reading, and very precise. I've found over the years that I've been using those. The Labyrinth Through Time is another system. It isn't just related to the cards, and it isn't just related to using the tools. There is that connection that happens with spirit when it's more personalised, because I can tune in more easily with you personally that way in the energies of your loved ones. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, and we'll see you tomorrow. Just going down to the bottom of the comments. So thank you, Ros Gurley from Fiona, and all around the globe, good afternoon or good evening. Thank you so much, Fiona and Asay. So on that note, I'll say keep being the best you in whatever you decide throughout your day today. Namaste. And remember, we are still a work in progress, as the Owl Wisdom lets us know. Bye.